Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys. We have a lot to talk about. Bethenny Frankel, not her over here just like releasing the dragon. Girl is giving us all of it, and we love it. By the way, I love when I get all of the tea. Bethenny Frankel doesn't hold back on the tea. Something that I love about Bethenny Frankel. Now, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I do. And then also Traitors now opening up to civilians. And what happened with Southern Charm? Oh, we have a lot to talk about, lots to discuss, lots to jump into. So before we do, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's go. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but it looks like Bethenny Frankel is making debuts, hotter, louder, and richer than ever. Well, she's talking about some stuff. It actually just came out today. She shared that when she returned to RHONY in season 7, Bravo let her negotiate terms like filming hours, pay, and production style. She said it was a very cushy contract. Now, her pay evolution. She said season 1 earnings from 2008, it was about 70 or 7,250 for the full season. And the favorable terms apparently sparked some resentment amongst some of the fellow cast members. She has been very open about this though. She said she got to a point with production and Bravo that they would fly all of the cast out. She wouldn't want to be flown out. She wouldn't want to go to these things. She didn't want to spend 4 days away from her daughter. So instead, she would spend like 2 days. And they would say, okay, well, if you're going to spend 2 days, we need you to show up and show out. She would show up on these trips and she'd be like, kind of like Scary Island, go to sleep, and just like while out. And then after she'd be like, okay, well, it's time for me to go. So what she's claiming is that she was more valuable to Bravo, NBC, and the producers because she was able to come in and leave as she wanted, and she was able to negotiate terms as she wanted. That's not an easy thing to do, ever. If you guys don't know, and if you do know, then you know. If you're in the know, you know. But if you don't know, I do all of these interviews with like Bravo talent and different people who are on reality TV. Negotiating contracts, it's an art. So to be able to negotiate your terms, get the money that you want, get the filming hours that you want, get the everything, the stipulations that you want, it's an art, dude. It's not something to sit there and bat your eyelashes at. Now, she left the series in 2019 to focus on her personal life and some of her business ventures, but there were reports that suggested that some of the money negotiations played like a role in her departure. And she is open to rejoining reality TV, but only under conditions such as minimal production interference and a 7-figure payday. Otherwise, a homegirl is not coming back to anything on your screens. She's like, you want me on the screen? Pay me. Which is kind of wild because if you look at like some of the big influencers or whatever, like even if it's like the Kardashian, like that's a great point. The Kardashians, which they have a different following, they'll make one social media post on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, it doesn't matter, stories. And when they post, they get paid like 1 to like 1.5, sometimes 2 million to post. And when you say 7 figures, you think it's a lot, but then you think about the people who are filming this shit for 3 months. Pickup shots, okay? Confessionals, okay? Reunions, okay? It's a lot. It is a lot. These reality TV people, they film a lot. Now, they film a lot in a very condensed amount of time, and that's the discrepancy because most people look at it like, I work all fucking year. I work all year. If you're working at AT&T, if you're working at an office job, you work all year and you don't make that kind of money. So you don't feel bad for them. You know what I mean? But then for them, it's a different pay structure, it's a different career, and you can't really compare the 2, and I think that's another part of the discrepancy. You cannot compare what Bethenny is doing on reality TV to what you're doing in an office selling insurance. Like, they're not the same thing. No, listen, I get it. It fucking sucks, but you can't compare. Now, moving on. Kathryn Dennis also cut a little bit of shade on Southern Charm. She didn't hold back. She came out and she labeled Taylor Ann Green as full of shit over her behavior with Austen Kroll. This one kind of got me a little bit too, because she said, I saw right through Taylor's fucking lemon dress match with Shep. Please, she's full of shit. She turned out to be exactly what I thought. Mm. When she first met Taylor, she said, I was always, or Taylor was always kind, but very meek, very distant. You know, she was definitely speaking up more, and I noticed that, but I also encouraged it. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you for getting to step out of the shadow. Well, it doesn't sound like she's so proud of her. It sounds like she fucking hates her. I don't know. Now, as far as Olivia Flowers, she praised their friendship, especially with all of the drama that has happened over the years. And she said, "Me and Olivia, we're still close. I love that girl. I was close with her brother Connor. I met her through Connor and her family, and we've just always been close. And she's my girl. She's a good person. So when that whole thing happened, I was just shocked. Like she talked about the love triangle or square. She said, I'm just reaching out. I'm like, is this even real? Are y'all inventing storylines? Like, what is happening? Mhm, mhm. When she was asked about the cast member that changed the most, she didn't even hesitate with this. She said, "Taylor." And it's a very disappointing situation because she was, like, preaching the whole Christian girl theme those first few years, and she was meek and quiet and sweet, and then all of a sudden, she had this presence, and it was like, "Wait, I didn't trust you because you're suddenly acting like someone that I've never met," and it turns out she's not who I actually met. Mm. Now, obviously, she's not in touch with Taylor, as you guys can see, but she does speak to Austen from time to time. She said, I texted him the other day and to get a pedicure. He was busy, but like I speak to him from time to time. And looking back at our time on Southern Charm, she said there were a lot of negative aspects. She said I was too young to have been allowed um, and pushed into this certain position. It shouldn't have happened. I see college kids all the time, and I look at them, and I'm just like, it's disturbing that people just let some of these things happen. Now, not saying anything against anyone in particular, but I'm saying without saying that it just happened at a very young age. And it was just, if it wasn't for me looking at someone, I would have put them under my wing and I maybe would have given them some advice. And I think that they wanted me in that role and it just became that. And I really struggled with how to present myself online and on my Instagram and anywhere because I'm totally different. I'm a much deeper, complex, happy, silly, like really big dork that loves just really simple things. And people don't really know that side of me. And that's my identity. But that's where I've found peace since leaving the show. So I know my future is bright and I know I'm going to do something great for other women too. And I have a platform and I just want to make it good, not always bad. I like that. I like that. Now, in case you guys didn't know, guess what? Alan Cummings decided to let us know that we are getting a civilian version of Traitors. I almost kind of feel like, what's so funny? I've never actually watched Traitors. I think I would probably be good on it. But what a stupid statement for me to make. Like, I think I would be so good on Traitors. I've never even fucking watched it. But like, yeah, you guys want to play a strategic game? Like, I've been doing strategy my whole life. You want to play a game? Let's play a game. I think I would be good. I asked Dorinda. Dorinda said that I'd be good. So you never know. Anyways, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you later. Love you guys. Bye.